Before I start this video, I would just like to say that I have indeed caught a bit of a cold, so if I do sound a bit odd in this video, I apologize. Review bombs are an extremely powerful tool that users have in order to show disdain or disinterest towards a product or practice that a company seems to be pushing out. Two major examples of this are Captain Marvel and Borderlands 1, 2 and the pre-sequel. Captain Marvel received review bombs on the website Rotten Tomatoes after audiences reacted negatively to the lead actress Brie Larson and the way she was acting on social media, while the Borderlands games received negative reviews on their Steam store page due to the exclusivity deal for Borderlands 3 being only available on the Epic Store for the first 6 months. So a review bomb, for those of you who do not know, is when a community behind a product will get together in order to mass downvote or leave constant negative reviews on a certain product. The reasons for leaving a review bomb may be plentiful. More often than not though, they tend to be for anti-consumer practices. Review bombs are an extremely powerful tool because they allow fans who are heavily interested in something to affect those who are not as invested. For an anecdote, I was actually interested in buying Kerbal Space Program. That was until I saw the extreme mass downvotes, bringing it from a mostly positive to a somewhat negative response. So I checked the reviews and found out that the end-user license agreement had been rather fishy and had made people skeptical of actually installing the game. Had there not been the review bombs, I may have purchased it and then not realized what had went on until it was too late. These negative reviews have a blatantly more impactful effect than, let's say, 100 angry emails being sent to one of the higher-ups of these companies. It is a lot harder for people to ignore a glaring negative review on their websites than it is for them to ignore all of those emails that are demanding that they change. However, recently it appears that the platforms are deciding to side with the companies and the creators rather than the consumers and the customers. Rotten Tomatoes, for example, seemed to remove thousands of reviews, and then when the reviews came back they had said that it was simply a bug. However, people are rather skeptical because of the controversy surrounding the Captain Marvel film. Steam, on the other hand, has opted for a system in which you will have to enable the review bomb scores to be seen. So when you go onto a product that has been review bombed, you won't see that the review score has turned from, let's say, mostly positive to mostly negative. Instead, it will stay mostly positive. I have made a video about this in which I went through and talked about them. However, it was more of a rant and a ramble about what they were doing and was very shouty and not calm. Whether you want to watch that or not is up to you. So obviously, because they are taking measures in order to prevent review bombs from happening, they must have some sort of demonstrable effect. The biggest example, once again referring to video games, is The Elder Scrolls Skyrim, in which they tried to enable paid mods. Skyrim got mass downvoted, and soon enough paid mods were completely gotten rid of. Until they made the Creator Club, but you can't exactly mass downvote that. Even websites like YouTube are contemplating getting rid of the dislike button. Not only is this bad for a consumer, but it could be bad for a content creator as well. They will not know when the audience has stopped liking what they are doing, and the dislike feature on that platform is the easiest way for anyone to see. There are people who will defend companies from review bombs, saying that it is ineffective or that the reason it is being downvoted is simply for a troll. To them, I would say that if there wasn't any effect that was visible, then why are they so eager to stop it? And if it was just a troll, then it is rather elaborate to get thousands of people in on a troll. People do not get out of their way to do something unless there is a genuine conviction behind it. There may also be the defense that it is simply a coercion, that a small vocal minority of people are trying to have their own way, and that most people would not be affected by this. However, I pull up the arguments again of these review bombs being taken down. If people would not be bothered by this, then why would they try so adamantly to remove anything that is discussing it? It has an effect, and people deserve the right to know. If it is anti-consumer, then a consumer should be able to know what is affecting them. Review bombs are incredibly powerful for us to be able to tell a company that we have had enough, whether it is through their predatory practices to try and monetize a game more, or whether it is an agenda that they keep trying to push in movies. We, as a community, can stand up and say that we have had enough, and the fact that they are trying to stop us means it's working. Review bombs are necessary.